Imagine living next door to someone for 5 years, seeing their lights on at night, receiving letters delivered to their house. But one day the police break down the door, and inside, they find a skeleton sitting in front of the television. The most disturbing part, the neighbors said they thought the woman was still alive the entire time. This is the shocking true story of how a man died, and no one noticed for 5 years. Story in 2008. In a quiet apartment complex in London, a woman named Joyce Vincent lived alone. She wasn't old. She wasn't sick. She was only 38 years old. Joyce had a normal life. She had friends, a job, and people who cared about her. But slowly, something changed. She began distancing herself from people. She stopped answering phone calls. She stopped visiting friends. And eventually, she completely disappeared from everyone's life. But what no one knew was that Joyce never moved away. She was still inside her apartment the entire time. Months passed. Her neighbors noticed something strange. Her mail started piling up near the door, but they assumed she was just busy or traveling. After all, people come and go all the time in a big city. Then a year passed. Still, no one checked. But there was something even stranger. At night, neighbors said they could still see light coming from her apartment window. Sometimes they even heard the television playing inside. So, they assumed Joyce was still living there. But the truth was far darker. 5 years later, in 2013, housing authorities finally decided to investigate. Joyce had stopped paying rent for a very long time. At first, they thought she had moved away. But when they opened the door, the smell inside the apartment was overwhelming. Officers slowly walked inside the dark living room. And that's when they saw it, sitting on the couch, in front of the television, was a human skeleton. It was Joyce. Her body had decomposed over years until nothing remained but bones. But what shocked investigators the most was the TV was still facing her like she had been watching. On the table nearby were Christmas presents still wrapped. The calendar on the wall still showed the year 2008. It looked like time had completely frozen the moment she died. Investigators believe Joyce died suddenly from an asthma attack. There were no signs of violence, no signs of a struggle. She likely collapsed while watching television. But because she lived alone, no one was there to help her. Her TV continued playing until the electricity stopped. Her mail kept arriving. Her neighbors walked past her door every single day, without realizing she had already been dead for years. The most disturbing part, some neighbors later admitted something chilling. They said they sometimes heard the television through the wall. Others said they saw lights coming from her window at night. But nobody ever knocked. Nobody ever checked. Everyone assumed someone else would. This tragic story shocked the entire country. How could someone disappear for 5 years without anyone noticing? It revealed something deeply unsettling about modern life. You can live surrounded by thousands of people, yet still be completely alone. Joyce Vincent's story became one of the most disturbing real-life mysteries ever discovered in an apartment building. Because sometimes the scariest horror stories are the ones that actually happened. Stories like this make you realize how easily someone can disappear without anyone noticing. If you enjoy real horror and disturbing true stories, make sure you subscribe because I post new ones every week. And trust me, the next story might be even more disturbing than this one.